Today we're headed into Zion National Park. There's a few hikes on the east side of the tunnel, I guess, over on the east side of Zion. It's not as crowded as the main Zion Canyon, so we're going to head over to the east side and do a couple hikes, maybe see some waterfalls, check out a slot canyon. So that's where we're headed today. Hopefully it's not going to be too busy, and we'll be able to find parking spots and do the hikes we want to do.
So it's 11:30 and we're just barely entering Zion National Park. We're going to take our chances to see if we can even get in the park today, see how busy it is, and then we're heading over to the east side. I think we're going to have to wait at the entrance a little bit, and I think we're going to have to wait to go through the tunnel. Let's see what happens. So we made it through the entrance, just waiting about 3 minutes is all, and I asked for a park map so we could show you guys what is advertised over on the east side of the park, and all I got is a map for the canyon, so it's not going to help us. I guess that's where they are trying to put everybody, is right into Zion Canyon, but there is more to do in this park than the canyon itself. All right, we're almost up to the tunnel, and so far we haven't had any traffic we've had to stop. So although the wait for the tunnel could be extremely long, we're lucky today. So start on the southwest side of the short tunnel, follow the sandy, what is it, sandy trail?
Yeah, sandy trail down the side of the hill
And then
to
you
the
cut
wash.
under the wash, and then go under the road. Oh, feel that cool air coming through here.
It's like we're in a mine shaft. There's some pools right there in the sandstone. Look at that tree, and there's a root. This is a interesting canyon up here. It's kind of sandy, but it's wet enough that the sand is kind of packed. There's a pond. So imagine water running down, cascading over that down into this pool. Wow, it's amazing.
This is possibly the end of the trail, the Cascade Falls Trail. So when water is flowing, then this would be
This would be the fall, so you can't go any farther, but it's dry right now, so you might can go a little farther, but this is probably the Cascade Fall, the end of the trail here. Just climbing out. How deep you think that water is right there?
right there. The wall is pretty deep, huh?
3-4 feet maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Up here at the top of this guess it would be the Cascade. It looks like, I mean, if there was water running down this, that would be cool. Just flowing down over all the rocks and ridges and everything down into that canyon. But this is a pretty neat canyon. Pretty cool rock formations and stuff up here. There are frogs in there.
You scare the frog away?
I guess. Swam away. So we've just been following the wash up here, and came up here, and it's pretty open. You could keep following it on up. I'm not sure exactly where it goes. I think it's the Cascade Falls Trail, and I think we've climbed up a couple cliffs that could be the falls. So we're gonna turn around and head back now, and it's a beautiful view right up here though. Got these cliff walls surrounding us. You can see some stains on the side where water comes running down in the storms. Some pretty good trees, and as you can see, there's nobody else here.
Today our goal in coming to Zion was just to share a little bit more about what you can do in Zion when the canyon is full, there's no parking, and so what else is there to do? And along the east side of Zion, on the other side of the big tunnel, there are many things that we can do. A few years before the pandemic, there was talk of a development. I think it's still in the works, just things may be on hold for the time being, but they were going to build a East Zion Visitor Center, maybe make some hotels and restaurants and things like that on the east side. And part of that plan was then to develop some more trails on the east side. At least I hope that's part of their plan.
It was. When we read it, it talked about expanded trails. I don't remember how many, but quite a few more trails.
And today when I came in, I asked for a map so I could show you what the park advertises over here on the east side. The park map they gave me was only the canyon. They did show the tunnel and canyon overlook, but that was it. And so lessening the congestion within the canyon doesn't look like it's one of their goals. However, there are many things that we can do. All Trails has trails listed, and I know they are user-submitted trails, but they're there, and they're being advertised with All Trails or shown on All Trails, and so it's like, hey, you can hike here or you can hike here. And there's also this. We haven't checked out very many of them, but we have a favorite one that we've shared when we were exploring tunnels, and I think they call that one the Mini Pools Trail. Of course, it follows the wash and goes up a ways. So we've come out here to this Cascade Falls one. Pretty sure it stopped down below. Another one we want to go check out is one with Petroglyphs, and it is also says it's a slot canyon.
Yeah. Haven't ever been there, so we'll have to go check it out and see exactly what it is.
Yep. And then another day when we're here, it's more of a strenuous trail that's listed on All Trails, but it goes up to a peak called Jenny's Peak. I remember having pools on me.
Look at that tree and the roots hanging out here. And the tunnel. Hiking up another wash here, and you can see where the water flows down. Looks like it comes down from off the road here, kind of. You can see the stains on the rocks. goes on down this way, and there's another tunnel or fancy culvert under the road. So this one isn't carved through the rock, it's actually built out of carved stone blocks. It's like a wind tunnel. So way back in the day, my grandpa and his brothers worked as stonemasons on some of the bridges and stuff here, so maybe they worked on this one too.
Humans have occupied the Zion area for perhaps 7,000 years. Past inhabitants include archaic groups, ancestral Puebloans like the Anasazi and Fremont, and ancestors of the southern Paiute. Any or all of these groups may have contributed petroglyphs, which are pecked and scratched or incised images, to the site. New methods of dating rock art may soon help us determine the ages of the images, thus clarifying their relationship to particular cultural groups. Help us protect this legacy. Look, but don't touch. Do not touch or otherwise damage the rock art, and there's a fine.
These ones up here on the upper panel, you can see the different colors. The bottom one, if you look real close, you can see the
images pecked in, but
the carving,
contrast is gone.
But the dark and light contrast isn't there like it is on the upper panel.
Zion, the east side of Zion is known for having a lot of bighorn sheep. I wonder if that's what these images show. The bottom panel, if you guys could see it, if the camera catches it, are just 100 bighorn sheep etched in that little rock.
There's some down there. They've done a pretty good job of marking them here for us and putting a fence up to help protect them.
Fences don't always protect though. The one in Moab was fenced as well.
Sometimes I wonder what these symbols mean. I mean, does this mean that this guy got dizzy and danced around like crazy?
He was chased by that snake. And they had many days of sun and no rain.
That guy was standing by a river and you could see his reflection.
Look at the backpackers.
They're climbing
rock climbers.
Made it up here to the end of this canyon.
Petroglyph mini slot.
Yeah, not a real big slot canyon. Just right here at the end, it's like a box canyon. So we've come up this canyon. Looks like we've got to the end here. You might could scramble up over right there. I don't know what's on the other side, but anyway, we're gonna head back out. Up on the wall, right up here, can't see it, but there's quite a large blind arch. When we go back out a little ways, we can take a look at that, see what it looks like, show you guys what it looks like. So right there is that blind arch up there just above where we were in that canyon. And over here on the side of the hill, you can see there's a couple white pillars, hoodoos standing up, and it looks like they've got iron for the top. The iron is tougher than the rest of the rock around. It doesn't erode as fast, and it's that black color. and so keeps them from eroding on top, so then it leaves pillars behind. Interesting rock with some crystals in it. Alright, we finished up those couple of hikes on the east side of Zion, over on the east side of the tunnel. Had a good time. Didn't see hardly very many people. It was great. What do you think?
I think it's a good alternative, you know. I know people have ideas in their heads of what they're supposed to experience when they go to a park, but you can go to Zion and not have to deal with the hassle of the shuttle and the crowds and things like that, and still see beautiful, beautiful area.
Yeah. Anyway, had a really good time, so thanks for coming along with us today.